Bruce Lee is undoubtedly a man of legend. He achieved extraordinary heights in the mastery of martial skills. And even after that, Lee constantly improved his skills in Kung Fu, trying to bring something new to the existing techniques and tactics of hand-to-hand combat. As a result, Bruce Lee developed his style, jitkundo. I get your attention, all the fights Bruce Lee in the movies. His first solo film was released in 1971 under the title Big Boss, where Lee plays a Chinese boy Chen, who came to Thailand with his uncle and promised his mother never to fight, which reminded him of a medallion around his neck. Here he faces the drug mafia. The first battle occurs at the factory, where the bandits come to subdue the workers. Next, Chen discovers drugs and dead missing brothers in ice, after which the mafia tries to remove him, but they fail. Then Chen decides to deal with the mafia boss and goes to his house, where he puts his few guards one by one. In the final scene, Chen converges with the leader, who also has good kung fu, but this is not enough. In 1972, the next film, Fist of Fury, was released, where Chen arrives at his teacher's funeral and learns that the Japanese humiliated and insulted the Chinese Kung Fu school and its students in every possible way. He alone comes to a Japanese school and proves the superiority of Kung Fu by beating all the students at once. Having dealt with an entire Japanese school, Chen defiantly defeats their teacher, who absolutely couldn't oppose his skill. After learning that the Japanese poisoned the teacher, Chen begins to take revenge, killing everyone in his path, including the Japanese teacher with whom he fought earlier. To cope with the arrogant upstart, the Japanese invited a European strongman, but he was also unable to cope with the invincible Chen. In the film's final scene, Chen still gets to the main boss Hiroshi Suzuki, who was the customer of the teacher's murder. At the end of '72, the next film, The Way of the Dragon, was also presented, where Bruce Lee, in the role of Tang Long, comes to Rome to protect a Chinese restaurant from racketeering, and immediately shows himself in action by laying down 4 bandits in turn. Then, the bandits arrive with numerous help, but Tang Lan does not mind this, and he defeats them all. Then Tang Lan comes to the bandits' leader and makes it clear that he is not to be trifled with. Next, Tang Lan wins over 2 karate players. In the film's final scene, a mighty and merciless American named Colt, whose role was played by Chuck Norris, comes out against Tang Lan. After a long fight, Tang Lan of course wins. In 1973, the film Enter the Dragon was presented, which became the last completed film with the participation of Bruce Lee, who died 6 days before the premiere. The picture begins with Lee's victory over Sammo Hung in a show fight. Next, Lee arrives on the island to participate in a fighting tournament and wins the first victory in a duel with the fighter O'Hara. Then Lee, in another night outing, lays down the island's gods, in the ranks of which was a young Jackie Chan. Bruce breaks his neck off screen. Next, Lee crushes karate in a mass fight. In the final scene, Lee fights with the leader Khan, who tries to outfit him with mirrors, but Lee impales Khan on a spear with one kick. The last film in which Bruce Lee appeared was called Game of Death. It is notable for the fact that Bruce Lee died before the end of filming. However, some scenes with him were already shot, but most of the picture was shot with the help of his understudies. The film was edited and released only 5 years after Bruce Lee's death. The natural fight scenes with Bruce Lee are the film's outcome. Billy Lo wins the first fight with Pascual, breaking his neck with nunchucks. Billy then runs into Korean karate master, whom he had to tinker with, but Billy wins by breaking his spine. Already pretty tired, Billy faces a huge bully Hakim who almost kills him, but thanks to his speed and cunning, Billy Lo still wins with a chokehold. This was the last fight scene of the film starring Bruce Lee. As you can see, Bruce Lee and his teacher Whip Man didn't suffer a single defeat in all the films.